Jason Bayless would say history was made on this pay-per-view. It's the first time ever where both Vince and Shane had singles matches on the same show. Call Me Lionheart says, do you think the Buried Alive concert is one of the most out there gimmick matches WWE's come up with? And what was your initial reaction to hearing, hey, to win this match, you have to bury a guy alive?
Yeah, it sounded good on paper. How was it going to be executed is the next question. And it actually exceeded expectations in my view because of the surroundings and the whole, the dirt, the grave, the hole in the ground, the using shovels and all these things. It was quite the spectacle, to say the least. There's only so much you can do in that environment. And I think those guys did just about as much and all they could to make it successful.
Let's talk a little bit about the rumor and innuendo. Our pal Derek Zoo says the rumor and innuendo is that Austin was asking time off to go hunting in this era. The co-GM story had more steam in it, I thought. And when Austin came back, the sheriff felt like something was missing. Do you think it was a bad idea to have Austin off for those 6 weeks?
Well, he needed it. I don't know if it's a bad idea, but he needed some time off. Austin always knew when he's about to burn out, get frayed edges, whatever you want to say. So he knew what he needed to do in that regard. And so we acquiesced and he got his time off. You got to do that, you just got to. I mean, you got to take care of the horses. They're running and doing the work. So make sure you're taking care of them. And that's what we were trying to do with Steve.
Let's do one last question here. The cruiserweight match here was bumped for the pre-show, William Anthony asked, for the Mark Cuban RKO spot. The question is, what would have been a better sell for the pay-per-view than the Cuban spot than the Tajiri Noble match? I don't know. Like, you're trying to use that free for all, if you will, the Heat pre-show, the pre-game show. You want to have some matches on that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, you need matches. But the Cuban thing was interesting. He was a famous guy. He still is. A lot of name identity, perceived as a star, owner of the Mavs and all that stuff. So, I didn't have a problem with the Cuban stuff. I thought Mark did a great job. And asking a guy to take an RKO that's never taken one before and doing it without a net on live television is a little bit daunting, as I like to say. And that was certainly daunting. And Cuban did his job. He pulled it off. And I'll always have great respect for Mark Cuban for that.